तो दोस्तों कैसे हो आप सब। आई होप कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। तो आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में हम डिफरेंशिएशन करने जा रहे हैं अंडर रूट ऑफ टेन एक्स की बाय एबनिशियो मेथड और बाय फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल। फॉर दैट लेट्स बिगिन। बिना टाइम गवाए हुए तो चलो शुरू करते हैं। और फंक्शन इज दैट इज y is equal to under root of tan x and we are going to find its derivative by abinitio method by first principle. I can write solution y plus delta y is equal to under root of tan x plus delta x. This x is here independent variable and this y is here dependent variable. When we change this independent variable, small change in independent variable, we will find the small change in dependent variable as well. Now I can write here delta y is equal to under root of tan of x plus delta x minus y. Delta y is equal to under root of tan of x plus delta x. और इस y के बदले में अपना वैल्यू इसको वापस देता हूँ, दैट इज माइनस अंडर रूट ऑफ टेन एक्स. राइट. Now what is next? As we know, this tan, our tan x plus delta x is actually made of, we can break this sine divided by cos. Thus I can write here under root of sine of x plus delta x divided by this whole under root cos of x plus delta x. All right. Also I can write this also in this way, that is under root of sine x divided by a whole under root, that is cos x. All right. Now what is next? We'll multiply this. Just this will not affect our equation if we unroot this in this way. इसको मैंने अपने unroot दिया और इसको मैंने अपना unroot दिया in order to cross multiply these two terms. All right. Now I can write here delta y is equal to, when we cross multiply this becomes our, that is under root of sine x plus delta x and our cos x. All right. And this will go in this way, that is minus under root of cos x plus delta x and sin x. All right. And whole divided by, when we multiply these two, and this becomes that is under root of cos of x plus delta x into cos of x. All right. You can make notes first. अगर आपको लिखना है तो आप पहले इसको लिख सकते हो. Then I will go to rub this. Now let me rub this first. You can pause this video and write this if you want to write this. Right. I can rewrite the equation that is under root of sine of x plus delta x and cos x minus under root of cos of x plus delta x into sin x. All right, and divided by this cos of x plus delta x and cos x. It's a whole divide. Now what is next? Next we can do we can multiply and divide numerator and denominator by this sine of x plus under root of sine of x plus delta x cos x plus times under root of cos x plus delta x sin x. All right. Now for that, I'll write this becomes sine of x plus delta x and cos x minus times under root of cos of, मैं इसको छोटा लिखूंगा इन ऑर्डर टू, क्योंकि इसमें ही फिर आ जाए sin x and multiply this by under root of sine of x plus delta x. All right, sin x plus delta x into cos x प्लस टाइम्स, अब इसकी जगह मैं प्लस लिखूंगा अंडर रूट ऑफ cos of x plus delta x sin x. All right, and also I will divide this in the denominator also. That comes out to be under root of cos of x plus delta x cos of x, and also when I divide this multiply this by this term, this becomes under root of sine of x plus delta x cos x plus under root of cos of x plus delta x and sin x. All right, आपको यहाँ पे मैनेज करना है, मैं यहाँ पे आपको साथ साथ बोल भी रहा हूँ तो आप उसको ऐसे भी नोट कर सकते हो. तो यहाँ पे ये जो हमारी यहाँ पे बन रही है, अगर हम न्यूमरेटर की बात करेंगे तो यहाँ पे हमें इस तरीके का बना है. दैट्स सपोज दिस आवर a माइनस बी इंटू a प्लस बी and this is equal to a square minus b square, as you know this. I hope you will understand this, and I will just, this our a and this our b and this our a, this our b, a minus b, a plus b, and this I can write a square minus b square, and b square is this, and when we square this, square and root cancel out and we get sine of x plus delta x cos of x minus cos of x plus delta x sin of x. All right. Now, and the denominator is, I can write this denominator in the same way. That is, and I will just left it the same. I can show you in the same way. You can just till now फिलहाल आपको ऐसे इसको ऐसे ही लिखना है, ठीक है. Now my next step is I'll rub this first. This is too much, I can say ये थोड़ा लंबा हो जाएगा पर उतना मुश्किल नहीं है. अब यहाँ पे आप देखिए, this is our sin a, take this a and this is our b and this is our B, this is our A. Sorry, this is our A and this is our B here. And it becomes our trigonometrical identity. That is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, which is equal to sine A minus B. Alright. Now I'll write this in this way. तो मैं इसको लिखूंगा, मैं इसको इसके अपने फॉर्म में लिखूंगा. तो मैं यहाँ पे लिखूंगा that is sine of, here our A is x plus delta x minus B, and minus B is that's x. All right. And the denominator is same, and that is, I'll write here denominator. Under root of sine of x plus delta x into cos x plus times under root of cos of x plus delta x into sin x into cos of x plus delta x into cos x. All right. Now this and this will cancel out, and this becomes, I'll just write this step here, and this becomes our sine of delta x. All right, sine delta x. Now, as we know, when we divide this whole term by delta x, left and right hand side, that is delta y divided by delta x, we get here that is sine of delta x divided by delta x. When this divide delta x comes out here, and I will put in divide this sine delta x under this sine delta x, and the left remains the same. That is our this term, that is under root of sine x plus delta x. All right. I hope कि you will cooperate, बिकॉज यहाँ पे जो मेरे पास जो मार्कर बोर्ड है, इस पर मैं इसको ऐसे एलोबरेट करके यहाँ पे नहीं लिख सकता हूँ. ठीक है. यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया कि साइन डेल्टा एक्स जो हमारा यहाँ पे बन गया फार्मूला से, वहाँ पे मैंने एक्स और एक्स को कट किया. तो यहाँ पे फिर मैंने जो डिवाइड किया डेल्टा एक्स से, तो यहाँ पे वो वाला डिवाइड डेल्टा एक्स इसके नीचे लिखा. बाकी जो 1 डिवाइड बाई ये वाला बाकी सब ऐसे ही लिखा. ऑलराइट. Now, when we approach this, this comes out to be 1. As you know, this sine theta divided by theta is equal to 1. When we approach limit theta approach to 0. All right. When we approach theta is equal to 0, this becomes 1. Now let me approach limit delta x approach to 0. This becomes delta y divided by delta x. And when we approach this limit to this becomes 1 into limit delta x approach to 0, and the rest of the term, that is I can write here. फिलहाल मैं यहाँ पे ऐसे ही लिखूँगा, that is under root of sine x plus delta x. All right. Now this becomes dy divided by dx. Now let me elaborate this first. Thus we get that is 1 divided by under root of sine of x plus delta x cos x plus under root of cos of x plus delta x sin x. All right. and our under root of cos of x plus delta x cos of x. And when I approach a limit delta x to 0, you'll find this gets neglected. All right, and also this gets neglected, and here also this gets neglected. I can rewrite this equation in this way. Let me rub here. This becomes 1 divided by twice, because when I add these two in the previous step, this becomes our twice, because delta x, when we approach to 0, this will cancel out and both these two under roots gets add up. That means I can write twice under root of sine of x cos x. And all right, and another is which is outside, when that delta x, let me show you here. When this delta x approach to 0, this becomes cos x and cos x under root. This becomes cos square x, and square and under root will cancel out, and this becomes cos x. That's why I will write here cos x. All right. Now let me write this step, that is cos of, I will divide and multiply both sides by cos x. This becomes twice under root of sine x cos x and cos square x. All right, because I divide and multiply both numerator and denominator by cos x. Now let me write this step in this way, this step. If I reciprocal this, this I can write this in the way, that is 1 divided by twice under root of sine x cos x divided by cos x. All right, and here we see this cos square x, we can reciprocal this, this becomes our that is sec square x. The reciprocal of cos square x is sec square x. Here this is without under root, and this is under root. This and this will cancel out, and we get I'll write here this is somehow hectic. If you hooks, this is not too much, उतना भी नहीं है जितना हम इसको समझ रहे हैं, पर आपको इसमें थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो यहाँ पे क्या बनेगा, 1/2 under root of sine x divided by cos x, because this under root and this is without under root. When we cancel out this, this gets under root into sec square x. All right, now here is last step. This sine divided by cos sine x divided by cos x can be written as twice under root of tan x, and this is our sec square x. Thus I can write here the derivative of our function, that is dy divided by dx of under root of, that is d under root of tan x divided by dx, comes out to be 1 by twice under root tan x and sec square x. All right, this is the proof of this tan x under root of tan x. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.